US में पढ़ना है but GRE नहीं देना. Well, the GRE waiver has been one of the most trending topics of the study abroad world. In fact, a lot of students have been wanting to skip GRE to study in their dream US university. Well, obviously because the exam is tough, it has a complex structure. But the real question is, should you really skip GRE? Should you take the GRE waiver? Well, we'll get to the answer of this question very quickly. But before we do that, do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel to enjoy more such content. Today, when you ask for universities in US waiving the GRE test, you get a long list in front of you. However, yes, due to the COVID situations, there were many universities who had waived the test. In fact, many study abroad consultants will still promise you top admits without taking this test. However, there is just one problem, that the GRE waiver isn't that simple. Those who promise the GRE waivers, they forget to highlight the entire truth behind it. As you know that the GRE tests your reasoning and analytical skills along with the readiness for college, which is a clear requirement by the university. And many universities who are not asking for GRE these days, they have a certain criteria to meet for the students. However, those students who do not fall into those criteria or who do not follow these criteria, they tend to eventually face rejections. So skipping GRE is not the problem. The problem is not meeting the entire requirements set by the US universities in place of the GRE waiver. So if a student feels that his or her profile is strong and perfect enough to study in the top ranking US universities, then you may go ahead, the risk is yours to take. However, we always suggest our students to keep your good GRE scores in handy so that you can compensate that for any weaknesses or flaws in your profile. In fact, after a detailed research, our team found out that many US universities who are waiving the GRE test but are still asking for the students to submit their GRE scores in many important programs that they go for. And even if you're allowed to skip the GRE test, you will have to fill a proper request form and submit proof of the documents that you meet all the criteria set by the universities. Only then your request will be approved. And if you still choose to not take the GRE test without meeting all the requirements, then you can face rejection. Don't believe us? Then here's a proof for you. So basically, when you search on the net about the institutes that are waiving GRE, then you also find the name of the MIT Institute, and many people must have told you that MIT is waiving the GRE and you can easily study there. However, when you open their official website and ask for GRE waivers, below there is a strict instruction and a clear guideline that GRE waivers are unlikely to be approved. Applicants should not request a GRE waiver. So this is a clear instruction where you can see that the university has on its own clearly mentioned that it's a highly unlikely chance that the waiver will be approved. Need more proof? Then we also have some of the important programs wherein the university has clearly stated that they need the GRE scores. For example, in the program of when you see MIT Master of Business Analytics, they have clearly asked for the standardized test GRE. They have also asked for the supply chain management residential program wherein they have asked for the GRE score. You can clearly see that. Next in line is the Florida State University. The Florida State University has also been giving the GRE waivers. However, when you check their website, they have clearly given the GRE GMAT waiver policy where they have set a certain set of instructions for students to follow and a proper form to be filled, and only if the university feels that they follow all the requirements, then only their GRE waiver request will be approved. You can check the website, here are all the instructions that can be met. If you feel that you have all the kind of experience and requirements that the university need, only then you'll be approved. Next, the Florida State University, which gives the waiver, is asking for the GRE scores in one of the most important program of it, that is the Business Analytics program. Next in line is Rochester Institute of Technology, which is one of the top institutes of US, which is also waiving the GRE. However, if you visit their official website and check for degrees and admission requirements, then you will see that for a lot of competitive programs which you would like to choose, they are asking for the GRE score. For example, in the Accounting and Analytics MS, they have asked for the GRE score. If you go down more, then you will see that in Artificial Intelligence and Computer Science, they have again asked for the GRE score. Artificial Intelligence and MS, they have also asked for GRE score. And there are also big programs like Big Data Analytics, which is one of the most popular programs which students go for. They have asked for GRE score. The best thing here is that they have given us that there is no minimum score requirement. So even if you have scored low, then you have a chance of getting an admit in the university. So now you have seen that all these universities, and there could be many more examples, which are waiving the GRE test, but there are certain loopholes which you need to discover yourself, or you need to ask your mentors if it's actually true. You need to visit the official website and check out for yourself if you're taking the waiver, then are you fulfilling all the requirements? Are you properly checking the program requirements as well? So yes. So if you're planning to pursue a master's from US in highly competitive STEM or business programs, but you are planning to skip GRE, then think again. If you're planning to skip GRE, then these are all the important conditions you must fulfill, and even then you'll be at a risk. However, we suggest our students to kindly take the GRE and save themselves from any risks or problems. First is a strong GPA. As you all know that universities give a huge weightage to the GPA or the percentage of your past academic performance, especially of your undergraduation scores. And they want you to score a 3 GPA at least, which is around 83 to 87%. And if you have scored low in your graduation, then a good GRE score can compensate for that. Next is academic gaps or backlogs. If you have any of these two on your profile, then this could be a negative factor. And if you're planning to skip GRE, then think again. Work experience, internships, and research work. US universities look for a very strong and exceptional profile in terms of the work experience. They at least want their students to have 2 to 3 years of work experience, internships, or a proper and strong research work. If you feel that your profile lacks that, then do not skip the GRE score. Scholarships. US, as you know, is an expensive country, and to afford the quality of education is not really possible without scholarships. And as you know, there are very good institutes that provide good scholarships to students. And if you have a good GRE score, then getting a high scholarship increase your chances. So do not miss this chance of a good GRE score, as you can be eligible for high scholarships. Location, university, and program constraints. If you have a dream to study in a specific location in US, in a specific university, or in an uncommon program which is highly competitive and has a certain set of requirements, then skipping the GRE would be a problem, because these kind of things have a certain set of skill requirements which you may or may not fulfill, but a GRE score can compensate for that. Last is your score. As you know that your GRE score is a very important part of your profile. It makes your profile very strong. However, if your score is very low and you feel that you can retake the GRE, then please reconsider that, as a low score can put you in trouble and affect your profile really badly. If you feel that you have scored below 300 or 310, then we advise our students to reconsider taking the GRE. We have also curated a list of universities for you which used to waive GRE earlier but have now made it mandatory. The list of these universities are in front of your screen. Arizona State University, Auburn University, California State University, Long Beach, Cleveland State University, Colorado State University, George Mason University. So dear students, by now you must have understood that GRE isn't the problem. The problem is the lack of right guidance and mentorship. So if you're in need for a good GRE prep, then comment below for a free demo now. So if you need a 360-degree study abroad prep, then call EduNirvana today. And do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and like, share and comment for more such content.